Hey everyone. So it's been a while since I've uploaded, and there's been there's been a lot of stuff that's happened since the last time I came up here and uploaded a video about uh, my art and my illustrations. So anyway, I have dawned upon an extremely crucial realization since the last time I uploaded a video. Sure, the digital painting tutorials I put on apparently are helpful according to the people who do watch them every once in a while, which I'm extremely grateful for. Uh, but turns out, uh, digital painting tutorials are just not enough. I mean, at least as far as my sense of inner satisfaction is concerned, I think there should be a certain sense of variety that should be brought in. So, what I'm planning on doing now is uploading a couple of videos that are just gonna have me talk about something that I want to state my opinion on. And I think today is the first episode of that. Today, I think, is the first video that I'm gonna put up in relation to that. And I think I'm in. I think I want to test new waters with my channel here. I mean, the fact that I'm just starting out does tend to help because it does give me more ground to experiment on. The point is, I'm a first year animation student at Ravensbourne in London. I was studying in India before this, so there's a huge jump. And the point of the video is to make sure I give the point of view of what a beginner in the industry uh, takes away from anything and everything he sees, right? So, the topic at hand that I want to discuss today is business and art coexisting both at the same time. This is an extremely important conversation that a lot of people need to have, and I mean, do have as well. But I do believe at the end of the day, there isn't enough content in relation to entrepreneurship and art both at the same time. I mean, there is a lot of content on entrepreneurship. I mean, there are so many people, whether it's Grant Cardone or Gary Vee or Bradley, who uh, come up, and I mean, they've put out great content on entrepreneurship and how to build your own brand and everything and start your own online business and e-commerce and everything. All of that is great, and I mean, there's shit tons of art content out there as well. There is a lot of content on how to start painting well, how to start graphic designing or illustration or animation or anything else. As a matter of fact, any skill you want to learn, there's a lot of content out there that you can consume. The point is, the one thing that I haven't seen all that much is content based around entrepreneurship, starting your business, right? And art in relation to each other. Because there is a lot of entrepreneurship content and there's a lot of art content, but none of it seems to be specifically catered to one or the other. I mean, yes, the skills are interdisciplinary, but to a certain extent, it definitely does help to have a niche-induced conversation about something. So, the number one thing that a lot of I have met a couple of professionals ever since I moved to London. So, I've been to a few events, freelancing events. I've been to a couple of conferences. I've had conversations with people in the industry. I've texted a few of the illustrators that I have met here in London at those conferences as well. The one thing that I keep hearing again and again and again, and these aren't just things I'm hearing from professionals here, these are things I heard from the people I learned how to draw from, like online, because I'm a completely self-taught artist until now, because I'm in uni now. But the point is, um, we need to focus on our creative skill set first. Now, this is extremely important because, I mean, people who can run a business, people who can manage a business, I mean, people who have entrepreneurial skills, it's great. I mean, I absolutely envy uh, people who can do that, and that's great. But the thing is, it's not just about the quantity of the stuff that you're trying to sell, it's not just about creating demand and supply, it's also ensuring quality. Because think of any big brand that you might be a fan of, or I mean, any big brand that might come to your head. Like the first time I ask you that question, all of those brands are not just renowned for the reach that they have as brands, but also for the quality of the work that those brands are doing. Whether it's Zara or H&M or uh, Marks and Spencer's clothing line as well, or anything else. I mean, Chanel, uh, anything else. To be very honest, any sort of brand, and it's not just catered down to the creative industry. I mean, the food industry or the health industry. I mean, anything. And everything that you see around you definitely has a certain sense of importance to it because of the quality attached to it. So you need to focus on your creative skill set first. You refine your art, you refine your skill, and then you monetize it. Because at the end of the day, trying to monetize something which can't particularly be counted for or accounted for as something that can work on the professional level isn't going to do much for the person who's trying to get his work out there. And I'm not trying to downplay anybody's efforts towards that. I mean, like, you should keep putting out content regardless of whether it's good or bad or whatever else it might be. And I'm no businessman. I have absolutely no clue on how to run a business. I don't have a business degree. I'm an animation major. I'm learning 3D animation and I'm specializing in concept art. Hopefully by the end of my third year. But that's 100% something that I think everybody should follow. I mean, you have to become a professional level artist at least. And by professional level, I don't mean an objective sense of professionalism. I mean something that can cater to a professional market, right? So because I mean, at the end of the day, you're not just doing that. You have to focus on your skills. The next thing that I really want to focus on that has been implied again and again and again in any art video that you might watch is to network, right? I mean, I was in India before this, and I'm not saying India doesn't have opportunities for artists and illustrators. I mean, it's a great country and everything, as far as the culture of that place is concerned. So, I mean, there is ample amount of opportunity for artists there. But the point is, at the end of the day, after moving to London, I actually got a first-hand experience with networking. I went and talked to professionals, people who have been in the industry for over 10, 15 years. I've had experience. I went and talked to them. I talked to some rookies who just started the same way I did. Networking is important. It is something that is said so often and so much, and it's so oversaturated at this point, but I cannot begin to tell you how important it is. Because the whole old phrase of it's not just about what you know, it's about who you know as well. It's extremely important, and I didn't really believe that until I came to London myself, because after I got a first-hand experience of how things are and how things do progress in the creative industry, I genuinely think networking is important. Uh, the next thing that I want to focus on is something that is crucial to not just delineate between the two things that we are focusing on today, but to also understand the difference between the two, right? Our job isn't to just think as businessmen or businesswomen, right? It's not just to think as entrepreneurs. Our job is to also think as artists. We're doing more than just figuring out where the supply and demand is. We're doing more than just flipping stuff and making money off of it. We're doing more than just catering to a market. Our job as artists is not just to do that, it's also to emote. It's to stir up emotions. For example, the painting that you're watching right now, I tried to emote a sense of romanticism through it, right? A feeling of love. And I think, I mean, hopefully at the end of the day, that has happened successfully. But please leave your views down in the comments. Tell me how I can improve. I definitely appreciate your constructive criticism. But the point is, that's not the point. The point is that we as artists need to think about tapping into people's emotions as well. That is an extremely valuable thing we have as artists that we can use to get our work out there. It's not just about marketing. It's not just about advertising. It's also about using the fact that we can emote and tap into other people's emotions as artists. Use that as a weapon in our marketing toolkit and get a work out there. I mean, that is what we sell. We aren't just selling animations or illustrations or designs or logos or whatever else you might be doing. We're selling our skill. We're selling our style. You know, I mean, at the end of the day, you think of Pablo Picasso. I mean, there are hundreds of other artists that follow Cubism, right? but it's his work, it's his style that he sells. That's what ended up uh, making him a brand at the end of the day. I mean, as much as I do tend to think it is probably an oversaturated means of communication, I genuinely think that is what it got him there. Our job is to sell our skills, it's to sell our style. And I think that's extremely important to have. I mean, look at people in Hollywood or the music industry, as a matter of fact. Look at Beyonce and Jay-Z, as a matter of fact. I remember I'd read somewhere that Jay-Z had opened his own label. I'm not sure what it was, but he said something, and I can't particularly remember what it was. But he said, I think it was, I'm not a businessman, I'm the business man. And I think that goes a long way. I mean, punctuation makes the biggest difference. The point is, at the end of the day, you are the one who's running all of this, right? I think I read this the other day. I'm in London. I went to a few galleries, and I think I read about this one artist, Klimt Borgendan or something. I can't remember his name, but his painting sold for 48 million pounds. That's the third most expensive painting after Picasso's old work. I mean, stuff like that. It's fascinating to think about that. The point of this video is to get across some help, right? It's to make sure people get the relevant information that I couldn't particularly look for. And yes, I'm not accomplished enough to give you advice just yet, but I definitely can share my opinions. I can share my experiences, which is the entire point of this video and this entire channel. And hopefully you guys enjoy it as well. I genuinely hope you guys find it insightful enough to leave a like, maybe comment. Definitely, please subscribe if you can. Makes the biggest difference. And I genuinely hope to see you guys soon, because I genuinely want you all to experience this journey of me going from a kid who hopped to a completely different continent towards becoming a professional, hopefully someday soon, and getting my content out there for you guys. So I mean, at the end of the day, I genuinely want you guys to be here for that. So please, 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 if you like the work, if you like the discussion, if you like the debate that was stored up, please leave a like, please comment if you can, and give any sort of constructive criticism you guys might have. I absolutely appreciate that at all times, because yeah, the entire point of this channel is to grow with you guys and provide you with the content that I think you guys might like. So please tell me what you guys would prefer, whether you would like more of these conversations and get to hear my opinion on these things, maybe some experiences I might have had, or would you guys prefer sticking to the old digital painting speed paints, or tutorials, or you'd like me to do both? But stay tuned, definitely, and yeah, I hope you guys have a good time. There isn't much of a video left, so whatever little there is, I hope you guys have a good time watching it. The painting is based on 2021's Matt Reeves' Batman movie. I'm quite excited. I genuinely want to see what Robert Pattinson brings to the table. I mean, it looks like he can be the best Batman out of all of them, but I mean, I'm still quite a huge fan of Chris Nolan's Dark Knight trilogy, and Ben Affleck as Batman as well. But yeah, excluding Justice League, of course. But yeah, I hope this video has been helpful enough for you guys to perhaps give starting your own business a thought, and getting your work out there. So if you guys want to connect, my Instagram is listed down in the description. I have my LinkedIn as well listed down in the description. So connect if you want. You can have a chat. And if anybody wants to hire me for work, please send me a DM or an email or whatever you guys think is the best way to contact me. The details are in the description box below. Stay tuned for more. Thank you very much.